Welcome, StarCitizens. ePTU 3.22 Wave 4 just came in today morning, about 8 hours ago. As you might have seen, I already posted an ePTU 3.22 video about the hairstyles, the markers, and a couple of other improvements that we've seen. And in this one, we just look into two things: the new outposts that are here, which the frame rate issue that was caused in the very beginning of this ePTU is solved, so you can approach it now in a flyable manner. The frame rate still go down a little bit, but it's definitely playable for now. Another thing where I want to look into how headshots impact differently and how helmets have changed. At least that's what appears to me. I tested it in bunkers, I tested this here on these two outposts. Let's see what we got. We have 15 new derelict outposts, 8 on Hurston and 7 on Microtec. On Hurston we have Zephyr, Markers Point, Ludlow, Pickersfield, which is actually an orbital marker, Finn's Folly, Weeping Cove, Cuttlas Red, and Repel. And on Microtec it's Frostbite, Razor's Edge, Bloodshot Ridge, Harbor's Point, Aster Clearing, Moorland Hills, and Dunboro. Dunboro has as well a marker that you can travel straight to it. We are approaching Pickersfield on this place. You see, it looks like there are roads carved around this place, but it seems just to be markers or structures of the planet of itself, of Hurston itself. And we want to go and land and see what we actually get here. Couple of parts and bits we've seen here we already could see in the tech preview on Pyro. For those who were eligible to get there, it was actually quite an amazing time to see where Pyro will lead us, and I'm happy to see that those parts of those outposts, for example, those towers and this big vast trash that is lying around, has been implemented right now, and we already have them here in Stanton. So this will add to the experimental, to testing, to trying it out when more people going over it, and this will add and definitely add to Pyro when it comes to launch with StarCitizen 4.0, whenever that's going to happen. Okay, so you say no armistice zone? Let's bring a gun and let's have a look around. I tried to figure out which boxes are lootable and which are not. It's hard to distinguish. What I definitely can say, if they have like those sparkly things on the ground like this one here, then they are. And a lot of other loot boxes look very similar to what we already had, but they're not always are actually loot boxes. For example, the ammo boxes we know from the repel rates, or the health boxes, the medical boxes that we have. They are not always actually something in there. So what I'm doing here, I'm just trying to walk around and make sure I'm not getting killed. And hoping to find any more lootable boxes, more of a thing. And here we have a first enemy. You see, he wears a helmet, and they're actually medium helmets they're having, and you see it needs a couple of bullets. So that was not, well, I usually don't have serial fire on, but yeah, it was. I just used it in close quarter combat. We have a variety of new armors that I just saw in Pyro so far. Look at all those knives. Yeah, pretty neat. And the loot seems quite admirable. So these are pretty packed with stuff. Most of it I don't really want to use. But you can see the the specifications of these armors, and they're quite nice. Well, I don't like the color, but how they look like, how they're camouflaging, how they're specially designed for this desert, as this one is, that's pretty cool actually. Procedural recoil and FPS balance, a couple of things have changed. So when they wear no helmet, it really needs one bullet to headshot them. And with helmets, well, it takes longer. Oh, that was interesting. I shot a couple of times through the first one, but the one behind it died first. That's interesting. So again, no helmet. Well, hit it. And they just go down with one shot. Helmet. No helmet again. Reload. Bad timing. But I still sort of spawn here in groups. Okay, I get shot at from the right hand side. They just spawned in again. You see, no helmet. And they just go down pretty quick. Well, this one has a bug for somehow. It's very resistant to my bullets. Yeah, but most of the time, usually, no helmets, one hit. There are statics machine guns around these posts. They are not fully functional yet. If you grip them, you can grip them, but then you move them when you move them up. Well, try to figure out a couple of things here, but when you move them up, you usually lose it. Okay, so, and yeah, see, I moved it up and I just dropped out of it. So this needs more fixing. Of course, Issue Council is running on that. If you experience the same, please go and write it in. But this is going to be fun as well. When we think about how in the future we'll build our own bases and we want to have protect them properly. You see it again, lifting it up and you drop out. But yeah, it's ePTU and it's all very new. That's okay. I look forward when this stuff is implemented and fully usable. It's going to be nice fortress fights we're going to do. Alrighty. Over on Microtec, let's approach to Dunboro. And we are a couple of Ks out now, and you see there is no significant frame rate drop as I'm approaching. It stays smooth, it stays quite good as we are on to that. Of course, there is a note, there is actually no players on that post, so I will be interested in how it looks. We see 2 abandoned ship on it, but when I explored it afterwards, there were no players to be found, so how this would be impacting the frame rate is interesting, but we see definitely the difference than how it was in the early times of this ePTU 3.22 and how much better it is right now. And again, look at it, that design of this place, it's really nicely made. It's very functional and it looks good, and this has an amazing amount of hiding spots in it, so as a PvP playground, that's gonna be so much fun. Or not, if you don't like to get shot, but it's an MMO, it's part of it. So let's see and let's explore. As usual on Microtec, almost as usual, the comms are down, so whenever you shoot someone, you don't get any crime stats, or your opponent won't get any crime stats, so we're taking it slow here and have a look around. You see the amounts of trash that are lying around that look very fine, very well. You can walk quite smoothly over them at most of the time. A big amount of boxes that are around. Many of them look familiar, but there are no loot boxes. So still my question is, are there any new loot boxes in? I don't know. Maybe there are. I haven't seen any. I've saw many familiar ones that were not lootable. So the question really there is what's going on with that, and how will this progress, or how do we find those loot boxes, or is it just a relentless trial and error, actually figuring out and trying to find where they are, which, yeah, I mean, it's a sim. Makes sense up to some point, but it's gonna be as well quite exhausting actually to find. Okay. Terminals, food or something, future interactable things that's going to happen here. very curious where this all will go with those places, and what we will get with it, and what we as player base can do, and what kind of events we can create around these places. I mean, that's one of the most interesting things for me, as it is a sandbox MMO, so I'm always a lot interested how we players can use this canvas that is off. That was again I forgot to change to single fire. Shot an armored someone. Well, it seems to be a criminal. I got some money for doing it. So you see, this is a familiar one, but this is not openable, so no lootable box. So let's have a look at this woman that we took down for no reason. Oh yeah, she was armed actually. Okay. She has this helmet, and this is actually, that was quite a good. It's a medium helmet when I saw it right. I'm not fully sure of it. That protects you quite well from bullets. So you need a couple of bullets to shoot through the medium helmet. Yeah, and this was one of familiar. I thought, yeah, finally ammo, but nope, not lootable. But one of those familiar ammo boxes. But I assume this might be implemented at another stage, but for now it's difficult. So see, no helmet, one shot. Nice rebalancing, appreciated. All right, so let's see some more enemy action. The AI is still not as responsive as to wish for, but yeah, it's ePTU. But again, let's see how these helmets are working. No helmet. No helmet. Yes helmet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 P4 bullets to take down that guy. Similar here, it's just unfortunate that they're not responding at all if you shoot at their helmet, so that's just... But you see how much closer we can shoot by other elements, and that's different. So far we had quite some things to shoot through these little places, and every now and then you would just hit the wall even if you aimed past by it. So that's another improvement that I'm very much appreciating. That's pretty good, it's pretty cool. So that's good change. Yeah, don't forget to reload. Yeah, and this is still happening, that you, even if you fully empty your magazine, it sort of keeps 1 or 2 bullets in it, and then you have blocked magazine spots on your armor, and well, that's not cool. That was a bad one I did here. Whoops. With a bit more attentive AI, I would have been downed. Definitely. I got shot here. 1 hits, 1/3 of my life goes down. I'm wearing a medium armor, Talon armor. These are very good, highly movable, but it's medium armors. But I really like them. They're nice with the birdish face that they're having. Yeah, so this is more about this ammo balancing and how headshots definitely are different than they used to be, and that's good, because so far for this weird shadow, well, as masks some of the enemies are wearing, it took like two headshots to take them down, even if it was just basically a leather mask. What were these guys doing here? Well, I'm not gonna ask. I hope they had fun. And yeah, so you see big loot, big ammo, stuff that we can get. Yeah. We're going good forward, good up into new places with StarCitizen, and that's very good. Let's see what else December will bring. Many of those places actually will have terminals, like this one we're having here. What is important, store your weapon before you actually go into it. It's not gonna work when you're having your weapon out, as you will see. You just go in and it sort of pops you right out again. Holster your weapon and it will work. But still, those terminals, and that's as well said in the patch notes, they're not fully usable yet. But we have quite a variety of things to get here, which is pretty cool, especially when you lose your armor for whatever reasons. You can get quite good and more soft armors you can get in here. You can get a variety of weapons in this derelict outpost, so that's quite new and quite different. And there are other terminals as well where you can actually trade and sell stuff, so pretty neat for me, pretty good ways forward. Thank you for this patch, thank you for the refinement that has been done so far, and of course more refinement is needed, as it is StarCitizen and it's a huge project and a big vision that we are following through. Yeah, that was a little bit around 3.22, so we have an idea what are you get or where you can go and where you can explore, and what we will have in the live version very soon as this PTU moves forward very quick, which is another indicator that a lot of essential issues that we had so far seems to be solved onto a place that these PTUs, that these test universes move forward quick and gradually. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful and you liked it, please like, subscribe, share, and we see us out in the world. So 7 StarCitizens.